Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be sharing with you guys my 5 favorite fall drugstore lipsticks. I included traditional lipsticks and a couple of liquid lipsticks for you guys. I'm also doing my high-end version, so if you guys like these kind of like seasonal, like my top favorite whatever, let me know down below because I would love to continue doing those. But yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and get started. And technically I have 6 because I couldn't narrow it down to 5, but I narrowed these down not only by color but also by formula, because there's a lot of fall like berry liquid lipsticks that I love, but the formula is not that great. Like there's a couple of like the NYX soft matte like lip creams that I love, but the formula is just not the best to those. So I did include ones that I truly like wore and I loved. All of these are berry shades. I will have, you know, like I said, a winter one coming with a lot more reds and orangey reds, like blue based reds. So yeah, something to definitely look forward to. So I'm going to go ahead and get started, and I'm going to start with the liquid lipsticks first. And the first one was in one of my recent favorites video. This is the Covergirl Melting Pout Gel Liquid Lipstick, and this is in the shade 150. This is in the shade Raspberry Jelly. This feels exactly like it says, a gel. It's really nice, but this one definitely needs a lip liner. I feel like if you're someone who likes that really shiny lip color, then this is going to be a shade that you guys are going to love, because again, if you put a lip liner underneath this, what you're going to need, you get gorgeous pigmentation, but you get this gorgeous, almost like the Too Faced Melted Latex. They're not like, these aren't sticky like those and like goopy. These are, it's really smooth when you apply these, but again, they're going to give you a more like shiny finish. So if you're someone who likes that more like shiny glossy look, then I would definitely check out this one. Now, if you're someone who likes a traditional liquid like matte liquid lipstick, this one by Wet n Wild is amazing. I did a full swatches and review of this collection. If you guys want to see it, I'll make sure to link it down below. But this is the Wet n Wild Mega Last Liquid Catsuit Matte Lipstick, and this one is in the shade Video Vixen. If you love the formula to these and you haven't tried this one, I would definitely recommend this one for fall. I thought that, like I said, these two colors right here look very similar, but the formula is completely different. And this one definitely, like, I feel like this is more of like a true kind of like, this one's almost like a purple. That's how I describe that. And this one is a little bit more of, I feel like a deeper kind of like brownie berry. I'm trying to make sure that you guys can see those. But again, very different in formula. You guys will see as I continue on the swatches that this one does dry down matte. It's not completely transfer proof though. I definitely feel like if I'm like drinking out of a straw or something like that, then I do get a little bit of that on the straw. But that dark blue lipstick is so easy to touch right up. Now moving on to more traditional ones. This one's from Wet n Wild as well, and I'm not sure what they call these. I think they call them like the matte lipsticks or something. This is in the shade Cherry Bomb. I'm not sure if you can get this anymore because I can't seem to find it at Rite Aid or anything like that, but if I can find it, I'll try to link this one down below. But again, this one is in the shade Cherry Bomb. This is for someone who likes more of a traditional lipstick and you don't like liquid lipsticks. This one I also think would be great for people who are, I'd say like they're not really into like the purples and the deep berries. They want something that's just a little bit more subtle. I think that this is still a great berry shade for people. It's kind of like working their way in there. Again, like I said, the formula is really nice. It's really creamy, really pigmented, and I would highly recommend, I really like most of the lipsticks from this line, so I would really recommend checking all of them out. But again, this shade is just absolutely gorgeous. Now next is one from Revlon, and this is the Revlon Super Lustrous Lipstick, and this is in the shade 477 Black Cherry. I don't know if you guys remember this, but I feel like this was one of the lipsticks that was talked about so much on Pinterest, so much on YouTube, like way back in the day. And it is gorgeous, but the only thing about Revlon's lipsticks is they stink. Like, I can't be the only one that thinks that, but they do. But this is a very deep shade again as well. All of these are that berry shade. But the formula to this one kind of reminds me of like the matte cream sheen formulas. They're more of like a creamy kind of, not shiny like the Covergirl ones, but more of like it's not matte, but it's got like a nice glow, creaminess to it. Really pretty again for someone who who might not like matte lipsticks or matte liquid lipsticks, and this is a really great one. This one again is very different. I feel like all of them look pretty similar, but this one's again very different. I think if you're someone who can't get your hands on this Wet n Wild one, or you like the Wet n Wild one but you don't like how matte it is, definitely check out the Revlon one. Now this one was one of my most worn shades last year and the year before. This is the Maybelline, what is this, matte line in the shade Divine Wine. I feel like everyone talked about this This one, as you guys can see, mine has literally been through the ringer. I love this. It's one of my favorites lipsticks of all time. I actually really like to wear this one in the summer too as well, like on nights out. Because you guys are going to see, this one has more of like a pink undertone to it. It's more of like, it's a berry shade, but it's got more of like a pink undertone to it. It's really, really gorgeous. Again, I think it's a very, I think it's a very unique shade as well. It's very different from all of these, but it's still very fall because I feel like it does have that really nice base to it. This is some of the most creamiest mattes I've ever used. I talked about in my Too Faced video talking about these matte lipsticks right here that I liked drugstore versions better. This is one of the best, I think, matte like traditional lipstick formulas that you can get from the drugstore. I like this over so many high-end ones. I like the formula of these over the Too Faced ones. The Too Faced ones, like, they're okay, but I definitely think for a more affordable option you could try out these. Now lastly is the shade that I'm wearing today, and it is by far one of my favorites. This is also a Maybelline one, and this is from the Bold line. And this is in the shade Midnight Merlot. This one, as you guys can see, is just so deep and like dark. Oh, it's so gorgeous. And then there you guys go. So this one too is also a little bit more on, it's not matte, but it's not like but it's very creamy, it's very pigmented. If you want a really good dupe for Rebel, I think this one is very similar from MAC. But overall, like I said, my favorite out of all of these is this one. I just feel like it's the most deepest berry shade. Like this one I think is like, of course, more like a dark berry shade, this Covergirl one, but this one a purple shade, but this one's more of like that traditional berry shade. I love it. I think it's gorgeous. If you guys can see, the Wet n Wild one has completely dried down now, and it has dried down a little bit darker. Sorry, I've got my window up again and like the walnuts are falling out of the tree, so that's what you guys are hearing. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed these lipsticks. I would love to know any of your like berry shades that you guys got for fall that you would recommend that's from the drugstore. Just leave them down below, and as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.